Okay, this position, can you see this highlighted position, right? This position, see, currently it is the black king is in check, right? You can see it from the white bishop. Okay. Now, obviously, white must have made some move because of which now the black king is in check, right? So what do you think would be the white move? Think about it, okay? Don't answer immediately. Think about it. How could it be that white has checked the black king?
Can you turn on my video? Turn on the video, remove that. Chachi toke dekhte peye jabe.
Okay, and you can type your answer in chat. Okay, and this is just a fun, what do you call, fun puzzle while we wait for others to join. But this also, everything has got some learning, okay? So wait, not h8, pawn to e6. Yeah, but bishop to h8. But from where can bishop go to h8, Saharsh? And from wherever it went to h8, even if it was suppose, actually not h8, if the bishop is currently on a1, where could it be earlier? And wherever it was, the king would still be in check, right? No, g6 is not possible, no. Look at the position carefully. The bishop is a dark squared bishop, right? So it could have gone only from some other dark squared. From bishop h8, no. No. This is not the move to be made. Huh? This I am asking, what was the white's last move? Pawn to e6. But how, if the pawn earlier was on e5, then also the king would be in check, right? Because the pawn attacks sideways. So if the pawn has just moved one step, it could not be. It could not be. Where was the pawn? Okay, if you are saying pawn was on e6 is the move, where was the pawn before that? Where was the pawn before that? It surely could not be on e5, right? Because the king was already in check then. And white to move, it could not be. Otherwise, white would have killed the king, right? So think about it and think about what we learned last week. That is the clue to solve this mystery. Bishop could not have come from anywhere, right? Because bishop is on a long diagonal at the corner square. So wherever it is d2, no, d2, no, pawn could not be on d2. See, how can it make? See, currently it is on e6. The pawn is on e6. If you see the coordinates, it is on e6. Rohan has got it. Yes, Saharsh also has got it. Apasa is the clue. But how do you think the pawn has taken Apasa? Yes, Apasa, correct. That is the only way this position could be risen. Right? So what previous move black must have made a 2 square jump with the pawn from e7 to e5. Okay. And thereby it would have blocked the check. Okay. So that is how it would have been. That pawn must have moved 2 squares and blocked the check. And then because white pawn was next to it on f5, white pawn would have captured it towards e6 as Apasa, and then this position could have arisen. Okay. So this was just to test your knowledge of the Apasa. Good. Okay. So I think we have a lot more people. I think most of 10 of you are already there online. So let us start our, yes, the pawn is supported by the king. Yes, that is correct. But we were just asking what was the previous move. Okay, what could have been the previous move? Okay, logically thinking, right? Okay, that's okay, fine. So what we will do is today we are going to look at a special move which I think all of you know, but we need to know it in depth exactly what it is, and that is castling, right? Castling, you know, I think some of you do use castling in the in your games also, right? And what happens is the king and the rook move at the same time, right? That is the only move in which two different pieces move at the same time and they are continuing to be on the board. Okay, when you capture, you can say technically you can say that, oh, there are two pieces moving because I am moving, and then the other piece which was there I'm capturing, it is moving because it is going out of the board. Yeah, that is true. But that is a different way. But here both of the pieces move at the same time and they continue to remain on the chessboard. One such move. Okay, so it is castling, and if you can see here, I have shown how the castling happens. King has to be on the original square. The rook, which side it is castling, also has to be on the original square. Okay, and then the king moves 2 squares towards the rook, and the rook moves next to the king. That is the rule. Okay, king always moves 2 squares. So if it is on, king is on e1 and it is castling towards the right, then the king will go to g1, 2 squares. E say f, f say g, and the rook will move next to the king, which is f1. Okay. On the other side, if the king is, you can also castle on the queen side, right? There also what happens, the rule is king will move 2 squares, which means from E it will go to D and C. C1 it will go to, and the rook has to come next to the king. So the rook will come on the D1. Okay. Similarly for black, from E8 to G8 and rook to F8, or from E8 it goes to C8 towards the queen side and the rook will come to D8. Okay. That is the basic movements that are involved. So I think, and if you want to see the rules, then yeah, I think we will probably, yeah, the rules I have given here. Okay, so let us read the rules for a while. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, castling. First of all, when it is, castling is not permitted if either the king or the rook used in the castling has already moved. Do you know this? I hope you know it. If the king has moved, then no castling is not possible. If the rook, which is going to participate in castling, if that has moved, then also castling is not possible on that side. Okay, very important to note. Second rule, all the squares that are between the king and the rook, must be empty. Why? Because both rook and king are not capable of jumping over other men. Only the knights can jump over, right? But knights do not participate in castling. Only two pieces participate is king and rook. So that obviously it means that there cannot be between the king and the rook when you are trying to castle. Right? This is very logical. I think you know it, but I'm just putting it in the as a sentence so that you remember it. Okay, so instinctively you know it. What is the third rule? The king must not be in check at that move. When you are trying to castle on that move, the king should not be in check. You cannot castle in response to a check. Okay. So that is another rule. It is a rule. You can think why it is like this, it is etc. But yeah, it is the rule of the game, which is how it is internationally understood, and that is how it is played. So when in check, you cannot castle. Okay. What is the fourth rule? The king cannot move into a check after castling. Okay. This is also another corollary of the rule that we know that you can never move a king into a check. It can never be that you move and after that the king is in check and next move the opponent side has the chance to kill it, right? That can never be allowed in a chess game as per the thing, and that applies to castling also. Okay. So, and finally the fifth rule. I think all of this, I have already sent this handout to you. Okay, fine. Agampreet has joined from phone, that's okay. Finally, the fifth rule is the square which the king jumps over. See, the king is making 2 square jump, right? Normally it goes only 1 square, but this time in castling it is moving 2 squares. So that means the final square is and the original square, there is one more square in between. So like king is going from E1 to G1, then there is F1 in between, or from E1 to C1, then there is D1 in between, right? Similarly on the black side, so king is jumping over one square. That square should not be under attack by the enemy men when you are trying to castle, because then what is deemed as when the king is crossing, right, the opponent side is like having a gun against it and it will kill the king in transit, just as we kill the pawn in transit. Similarly, king can also get killed in transit, but that will end the game. So hence actually never happens, but it is given as a rule saying that you cannot castle by crossing a enemy fire. Okay, so this is the thing. So now what we will do is we will just look at some positions so that you understand all these rules, okay, and you can apply. So here, look at this position first, okay, and look at it from white side first. Can white castle? Yes, because king is not in check, king has not moved, rooks have not moved, and there is no enemy fire which is crossing the either F1 or D1. So white can actually castle in this position. White can castle both king side as well as queen side, right? Both here also he can castle, or he can castle here also, this side also. What about black? Okay. Black, can black castle king side? Yes, he can castle king side because there is nothing in between, no other, this one. Yes, you are right. Yes, black can castle king side. What about queen side? Can black castle queen side? Queen side. Okay, now the next question. Can black castle queen side? No. Okay. Somebody is saying yes. Who is saying Rutvij? No. Rutvij, just look at it, because the black king cannot castle queen side because the queen is there in between. So black king cannot jump over it. Okay, I think all of you got it, and maybe Rutvij just joined late, so maybe he just we were just getting the hang of it. But yeah, black king can only castle king side, but not on the queen side. Okay, we look at one more position here, this position. This is before, okay, before castling. Now both white as well as black are capable of castling on both sides at this time. Okay, at this time it is both of them are capable of castling both sides, right? But suppose if it is white to move, okay, and if white decides to castle queen side here in this position, so white king goes to c1, rook comes to d1. Now after this black's turn, can black castle both sides, one side or no side? No, one side. Okay, Saharsh is saying one side. Rutvij is saying both sides. Okay, we'll see how and why. Anyone else? Anyone else in this position? White has, we say white is to move in this position and white decides to castle queen side. Then what is the option for black with respect to castling? There are other moves it can make, but one. Okay, you are right. Archit is right. Rohan is right. Saharsh is right. In that case, black can only castle on the king side, not castle on the queen side. Why? Because the black king will have to jump over the d8 square. No, Himika, no, it cannot be. Okay, because the black, remember, white rook would have already come on d1 after white has castled, right? And now the rook is attacking the d8 square, straight line attack of the rook. So black king cannot cross that attack and go to c8. So it cannot castle on the queen side, right? See, the from the d1 square, the white rook will be straight away attacking like this. So black king cannot cross this. Okay, enemy fire is there. Yes, exactly. Okay, I hope now you are getting it. What is the thing? Now let us look at, yeah, so what has happened is that, but here what happened? White castled king side, in which case then there is no enemy fire. So black has both the options and black then castled queen side, right? This is quite possible, right? But if white had castled queen side, then black would not have been able to do this. All right. Okay, so now we will look at some more positions here. See, look at this position here and tell whether white can castle king side. First, let us see whites to move. Can white castle king side? No, everybody obviously gets it right because there is a black knight and white cannot castle, the rook cannot jump over it, right? And obviously, right? So there is no way that that castling is possible here. Okay, now let me ask the other way around. Can white castle queen side? I think all of you got the first question perfectly right. Great. Now can white castle queen side? Okay, I got Rohan's answer. Agam's answer. Sarsh is saying no, but others are saying yes. And answer is yes actually. Sarsh, look at it. Black has got two bishops which are attacking the rook on a1 and the square b1. However, when king is castling queen side, king cannot cross the enemy fire. It is the rule applies only to the king. Why? Because the king is the most important piece which can get killed and then the game will get over. That is the reason. So yeah, look at it. In this position, white can castle queen side because the king will go from e1 to c1 and c1 is not under attack by any of the black species, right? And there is nothing in between. So king can go to c1 and the rook can come to d1 and that's a queen side castling. That is possible. But yes, rook is under attack and rook is also crossing a square which is under attack, but the rules allow it. Okay, it is only for the king that it is not allowed. So please remember this. Now let us go to black. Can, in the same position, can black castle king side? I've got Archit's answer. Saharsh, again, I got your answer, but I don't think it is correct. Look at it carefully and look at the arrows that are. Rutvij, you also look at it. I think you are getting the castling rules wrong. Black cannot castle. Black cannot castle king side because there is this bishop. White bishop is there on a3. Okay. That is attacking all the way to the f8 square. Can you see the arrow there pointing? So black king cannot cross that. So black king cannot castle king side. Okay. What about black king castling queen side? Is it possible? You are right. I think everybody got it. It is not possible because the king will, this time the king is not crossing any enemy fire. Okay. But it is going to land on c8, which is already under attack by the white knight on a7. Now white knight on a7 is attacking c8. So king would be in check after castling and that cannot be allowed, right? Because if he, after completing the move, if the king is in check, obviously the other side is going to simply kill the king and that will end the game. Right? So that is the reason why castling is not allowed in that position. So black king cannot castle queen side also in this position. Okay. So I hope now you are getting the hang of it. Now let us look at one more position here. Okay. What is the, again, look at it very carefully. Okay. There are no pawns. So it is a very strange kind of position normally, but I have just put it so that you can understand the rules. Can white castle king side? Can white castle king side? Somebody is saying no. And why you are saying no? Okay, there are many of you are saying yes, and yes is the right answer because yeah, rooks are attacking each other, but rooks has not moved, and king is going to move from E1 to G1, and it is not going to cross any enemy fire. There is a black bishop, but it is not attacking any of these squares, F1 or G1, right? And the rook is going to come to F1. So that is allowed. So white can castle king side in this position, in the highlighted position. Okay, Archit, you got it? We'll just look at it. Okay. Fine. Now, what about queen side? Kiran is saying no. Himika is saying no. Rohan is saying no. And all of them are correct. Everybody is saying no. Because the rook cannot jump over its own queen. Right? So obviously that castling on the queen side is not possible in this position. Now let us look at black. Let us look at black. Can black castle king side? Ah, you have forgotten about one rule. I think Archit is saying no, Agami is saying no, that is correct. Rohan, Aditya, Saharsh, please remember the rules. The king is in check. So at this point of time, black cannot castle in response to a check. Okay, doesn't matter. Black king side, queen side, there is no question of arises because there is a check. Okay. White bishop is checking the king. So at this point of time, black cannot castle. All right. So I hope you have got the, now with these examples, I think you have got the, and further I have explained it. So this handout is there. So I have explained it in diagram 1. This is the diagram 1 and then diagram 2. So what is happening in diagram 2, all of this I have explained it, what I said just now. So you will have it for your reference once you take the printout of this handout. Today morning only I have sent it. Okay. So then it will become, your rules will become pakka in your head. Okay. All right. So that is what actually, so now today, now we have completed all the rules and the basic movements of all the pieces. Okay. Now I am going to take some more time to, I have already sent, I think some of you are doing these puzzles on Chess King. Some of you are yet to start. Okay. And I can see everybody. Okay. I am able to see everybody's progress. I am your teacher. Yes, there is a live chess is there. I have sent the link already. Search. It is there and I will send it again. There is a practice starting 11:30, another 5-6 minutes. Okay. So let us look at it. I have already talked to you about, I will check search. I will check yours results also. I will check. I think you have done. I think you have done started. So good. So I have talked to you about mate in one course. Okay. There is one more course that you need to do. Okay. Which is capture pieces 1. How do we get to it? You first go to learn.chessking.com, log in. Yes, they will be visible. I will check, Kiran, and go to the difficulty level and select the beginner level because that way you get lesser courses here. Okay, fine. I will check search. I will do that. And you just scroll down. There are 9 courses. Scroll down. There is one course called Capture Pieces 1. Can you see this? Capture Pieces 1. This is the course. And what you click is, you will see 2 buttons, preview and open. You click on the preview or buy and preview. You will get to this, purchase and preview. Okay, you just click preview. I am getting it open because I have access to all of them, but you have got preview access. So then after that, okay, search, you have raised a hand. Yeah, I will check yours definitely. Kunal, I will check yours also. Kunal, Kiran, and yeah, Rohan, I have already saw your thing and I have posted. Okay, what you do is forget about purchasing. Okay, you just go to here and start with the part 1. Part 1, and see what is this course about is, it is about in one move you will be able to win a opponent's piece, which can be bishop, knight, rook or queen in one move. Okay, and it will be free. It will be defenseless. You have to find it and you have to capture it. Yes, I think Sarsh have said, but let us see this. This is, so let us look at winning the night under volume 1. Okay. So this is the first position. Okay. And what is the thing? It is black to move. This position is there. Your turn is to black. You are playing black and what? To move. So what would you move here? Right? And there is a very good clue here. Move the bishop and kill the thing. Yes. Move the bishop and kill the knight. Right? Because the knight was not having any support. Right? So no, rook goes to g5. No, it is, and it is only one move. After that, you don't have to play, because after that, it is all done. Once you identify the correct move, it is finished. Okay, that puzzle is finished. Then you go to the next puzzle. So like this, there are so many puzzles. I will just go to some 51st first puzzle. And this is all about knights. There are similarly thing for, okay, this is the puzzle. Your turn is to white and white to play. Okay, find the move. Yes, but tell me the move, Saharsh. Tell me the move. C6 to B6, or Kiran, the way it is called as king to B6. Okay, king to B6 or king crosses B6. That is the right move. Okay, fine. So like this, there are, okay, so I told you about knight. There are so many things. So you have to get to the practice, and initially it will look at everything as easy. But when you go to later on, it will start appearing. Some of them will be slightly more things. So wherever there is a lock symbol, you will not be able to access it because it is preview. But wherever there is no lock symbol, you can go and just finish those 50, 100 total. I think you will be able to finish some 250 will be available for preview. Okay, so you finish it. Similarly, there will be a winning a bishop. If you just want to see here, for example, I will just go to, okay, this position is there and it is your turn, black to play. Can you see the move? Black to play. So yeah, so how do we go again? I showed it, learn.chessking.com. There you go, and then you go to the thing. Okay, search. You have raised a hand, but go to this one. Type your query if you have a query. King b4, correct. Correct. Answer is correct. Black king to b4. Because the bishop was not, though it was checking, but it was not having any any support. So black king simply killed the checking piece. Can you see ABCs of check? A is avoid, B is block, and C is capture. So here black king used the capture strategy. Okay, so you have to do 250 of this. Okay, that is what is available to you in preview mode. 268, I think, to be precise. Okay, but 250 you do it, that is okay. Whatever is available in preview mode, you do it. And till when? You have got time till 15th of August. Okay. No, rook is not going to get killed here. No, rook is not going to get killed. No, I will tell you, I think, okay, I will show you how you can access it. Just give me 1 second. I will log in as somebody else because I will show you. Exit. See, this is learn.chessking.com and you log in with your ID. I will log in with my another student's ID. Okay, just to show you. I'm just logging in so that you will see what you are going to see similarly. Okay. So here, what is the chat? Why you can't see my screen? I am sharing the screen. Maybe on your side, some settings might have this one. Manvi, I think on your side, maybe you have changed some Zoom settings. Okay, but it is getting recorded. So here, come down, go to the difficulty level beginner. Right. After that, again, scroll down. You will see capture piece is 1, and see purchase is there, preview is there. You click the green button, preview. Okay, then this is what you will see. See, you will see some lock symbols, which means that is not available to you. But there will be some other things like level 1, volume 2 is available to you because it does not have a lock symbol. That has got 53 puzzles. All of those you can solve it. Winning a bishop, volume 3 is available to you. How many? 54 problems are there. You can solve it. Okay. Level 2, there is nothing. Okay, fine. But then 50-50, if you solve for each of the things, then that itself is enough. See, Rook, volume 2, 35 problems are available. Right? You click on volume 2, you will be able to get it. Okay. You'll be able to get this position. Obviously, look at this position, turn to white. White is to move. And there is a very simple move. Right? I'm sure you got it. But like this. No. It is no, Rutvik, just, I think, just look at what I'm doing and see it is not e5. No. See, the answer is this pawn is simply able to kill the rook because it was under attack. B crosses c4. Okay. See here, the pawn, rook was under attack by the pawn. White to move. Obviously, you will kill the rook because it is available free, right? So like this is what is the technique, and it gets slightly more complicated as you go. So don't think that it is all very easy. You can just do it like that without a thing, etc. It will get complicated. So that is why you need practice, and that's why I've said that 250 puzzles you have to solve it. All of them that are available, at least 250, you have to solve it. Okay, I hope you got it. All your answers are there, and I am recording this. So again, I will be putting this on YouTube so you can see this. Okay. All right. So that is what is